earliest success, the mind-blowing success, they're the most likely to be unsatisfied with their lives at the end of their lives.
The story that you tell about Darwin was unnerving.
He could have been the man on the plane. Charles Darwin, who is on anybody's list of the 3 greatest scientists of all time, he was the talk of the town.
His name rings through the annals of history, man.
He's a hero.
This is, I think I may have been even more struck by the Darwin confession than the guy
Many people who we revere today, who had early astonishing success, they died unhappy. But we don't record that. We record their success, not the unhappiness with their life later on. Charles Darwin had his greatest successes starting when he was 27 years old. We all know that he visited the Galapagos Islands on the voyage of the Beagle, which is a 5-year sailing voyage around the world to collect plants and animals and send them back to England. He was getting quite famous in his absence, but when he got back, he drops this intellectual atomic bomb, which is the ideas that led to his theory of natural selection, aka evolution. And for 30 years, he was rich, he was famous, he was the man, but then his progress stopped. It stopped because he didn't have the mathematical ability to keep up with his own research. His research passed him by, technically, and there was actually an advance that he needed that today we call genetics, that he couldn't understand. It was written in German. He didn't study German. He was a bad student. He didn't do his mathematics homework. He never learned very much about statistics, and so the result was that he was left in the dust, which happens to people in their 40s and at most their early 50s, based on their early success. And he spent the last 20 years of his life complaining about the disappointing, he wrote 11 books after that point, but they're all sort of derivative. They're like straw. And he said, I don't have the energy to do any work that I really find satisfying to his friends. And, he died disappointed. He died sad. Maybe the greatest naturalist of all time died sad. He could have been the man on the plane. And this is not what the world tells you. The world says, bust your pick. Get as early as you can. Get 10,000 hours, man. Kill it. Bank it. But if so what? The sine qua non of happiness excellence, retire at 40. Well, how many people do you know who've done that, who've actually gotten happier, who retired at 40? I know none. The point is that's not how human endeavor actually works.